Hello, I'm going to do a couple things today. What I'm first going to do is I'm going to make some homemade yeast rolls to go with our lunch. And they remind me of the Hawaiian rolls that you can buy. And when I first started using the Hawaiian rolls at our Thanksgivings, my grandkids loved them. And as a matter of fact, two oldest ones one year had a competition to see who could eat the most, and they were miserable. I thought they'd never like them again, but they did. And my granddaughter is the one that won. Anyway, I'm going to make some of those. Also, when I first started buying the Hawaiian rolls, my grandson one year, maybe the next year or two, he said, "Is Nana going to make the rolls? She makes the best rolls." And then I had to fess up to him that I bought them already made. But now I can make them myself. So we're going to do that today. And first, I have my apron because I make a big mess with flour. This is an apron I made because I love the fabric, but it's too big for me. I need to make it a little smaller. We're ready now. This was another old recipe box that my mom had. She had so many recipe boxes, kitchen gadgets, recipe books, but she really never got much chance to cook. She was a single mom, and it just wasn't easy for her to do that, but she always wanted to. So I feel like I'm doing it for her now because I've cooked a lot the last 50 years. Got my recipe out of it. We're going to start with 1 cup of warm water. And to that, we're going to add 1/3 cup of melted butter. And in that, I'm going to add my package of yeast. To that, we're going to add a 1/4 cup of sugar. Now, we're going to let this sit until it starts to get foamy on top. Now, this is the before, the way it looks, and I'll show you what I mean when it gets foamy. Stir the mixture up, and I added 1 egg and 1/4 cup of softened butter and stirred it. And then I poured it into my bowl so that I can get a better stir on it. Now I'm going to add a dash of salt. Last time I made these, I didn't add salt, and it seemed a little lacking to me. So I'm going to see if this makes a difference. Now I'm going to add flour. I'm going to add it a cup at a time. I generally use about 3½ cups, sometimes 4, but you just add it a cup at a time. You keep doing that until you get a good dough that you can knead. Okay, this is my third cup. I'll add it gingerly. I think I may not need the whole 3 cups. I washed down my counter earlier, and I'm going to just put flour on it, like so. And put a little on my hands. Help. See what I mean about making a mess with flour? I'm terrible. Okay, now I'm going to pour this out. Put some flour on it. We're going to knead this for 10 minutes. And just like a couple more minutes of kneading. So I was going to tell you a little story. You know me and my stories. When my granddaughter was little, my oldest one, they didn't live out here next to us. They lived further away, much further. And so I wanted to try to stay close with her. And so I started trying to write her a letter every week, which is harder than you think. She couldn't read yet, of course, so her mama would read it to her. But she said she looked forward to them, so I don't know. I remember one letter I wrote her. I was making bread. I used to make bread a little more. And I told her everything I did. And I remember when I was letting the dough rise in the bowl, I'd say, now I got to go back in there and punch that loaf of bread. And I don't know, I think she found it funny because every now and then, well, I'm going to go punch him again. It's kind of a fun thing to do if you have a far off grandchild. I went and got some pretty printed computer paper and print them out on that. You just tell them everything. Like, I saw a deer out in the yard today, or we went grocery shopping and I saw a lady with a funny hat. You know, just whatever comes up that you think would appeal to I guess she was about 4 then. Okay. There I have my ball of dough. I'm greasing my cookie sheet very well. This is a well-seasoned cookie sheet. We're going to try to get 18 rolls out of this, and you can just grab it, squeeze out about a golf ball size, and roll it up into a ball like so, and put it down. Sometimes I get carried away and I won't have a full batch of 18. Okay, I got them all on there. Now I'm going to lay parchment paper on top. Then, now this is a towel I got on Temu. It's practically useless. I'm going to lay this over the top, and we're going to let these rise for about 20, well, actually 10, 20, 30, whatever. Seems like I have better ones when I let them go for about 20 to 30 minutes. So then we'll come back. All right, I let these rise at least half an hour. And they didn't rise as much as I had hoped, but I think they'll be fine. Now I'm going to brush the tops with an egg wash. An egg wash is simply 1 egg and 1 tablespoon of water. And you're going to brush it over each one lightly. You don't want to compromise the roll. This egg wash should cause them to turn nice and golden brown on the top. Now we're going to put it in the oven. It's the 400 preheated degree oven, 400 degrees. And I'm going to put my timer on 15 minutes, but it may even have to go to 20. My oven doesn't seem as hot as some, so we'll go 15. Now I'm going to go 18. These are my rolls. They're ready. And I'm putting some melted butter over the top of each one. I'm anxious to see how they taste. Now we'll let those sit just long enough to cool a little, and I'll give a try. Okay, I have to try one. They look really good. Really hot. I'm going to use some of my leftover butter that I brushed over the top. I'm big on butter. I cannot lie. Okay. Very good. Last time I made them, I've never put salt in them. But this time I decided I was going to put in a dash of salt, and I think it made all the difference. But these are easy. You need to give them a try and surprise your family. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed it or learned anything, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And if you want to subscribe, that's totally free. It's up to you. And thank you so much for watching Young's Crossing. Bye.